Today in math we are going to do lesson 2-9, which is talking about even numbers and equal addends. Okay? Addends is just a fancy word for the two words that you add together in an addition math problem. Just set that off to the side for right now, Jake, and have a seat so that you can pay attention to what we're doing in our lesson. You can clean that up in a little bit. Before we get started, though, we're going to start with our bell ringers. So here we go. Getting our brains warmed up. Ding, 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 ding. Here's our first bell ringer for today. Our first bell ringer is this. There are 6 mittens on the counter and 8 mittens on the shelf. How many mittens are there in all? Who wants to give that one a try? Who wants to give that one a try? There are 6 mittens on the counter. There is 8 mittens on the shelf. How many mittens are there? And I'll see if this person's in here. Oh, that person's not in here right now. But that person's not in here right now. But that person's not in here. My goodness gracious. Levi.
Yeah.
You're here in our room right now. How are we going to solve this one? There's 6 mittens on the counter and 8 mittens on the shelf. How many mittens are there in all?
Under 14.
What do I need to do? What kind of number model can show my problems for this?
I started at 8 and counted up 6 more.
So if you counted up 6 more, did you add 8 or did you subtract? I'm sorry, did you add 6 or subtract 6?
Add 6.
Okay, so you started at 8, you added 6 or counted up 6 more, and you got 14. Is there anybody else that solved this in a different way? Zayden, what did you do?
I started at 6 and I counted up 8.
Okay, so did you add 8 or subtract 8?
Add.
You added 8, so you started at 6 and you counted up 8, which means you added 8 and you got 14. If I start at 8 and I count up 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I get 14. Or I can start at 6 and count up 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Either one works because remember it's a turnaround fact. So it doesn't matter which direction the numbers are going, it still works. Markers, erasers off to the side, or they're going to go away and you won't use them. You'll just have a piece of paper and a pencil. All right, next one. Here we go. Next bell ringer. All right. Ding, 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 ding. Ooh. There are 15 pencils in my pencil box. Of these pencils, 9 are colored pencils. The rest are regular pencils. How many are regular pencils? Now, I want you to take a second and solve this on your dry erase board real quick. Solve this one on your dry erase board. I want to see your work. So friends at home, if you don't have your dry erase board, maybe you have a piece of paper and a pencil. You can hold it up with that. Solve this one on your piece of paper and a pencil with a piece of paper and a pencil or on your dry erase board. There are 15 pencils in my pencil box. Of these pencils, 9 are colored pencils. The rest are regular pencils. How many are regular pencils? Solve this one on your dry erase board. Hold it up in the air. I want to see how you choose to solve it because there's a bunch of different ways that you can solve this one.
So you're saying we're supposed to add like something like...
I want you to show the math problem that you would choose to solve this one. There are 15 pencils in my pencil box. Of these pencils, 9 are colored pencils. The rest are regular pencils. How many are regular pencils?
So are there like...
I'm not going to tell you, Kaden. Kaden, I want you to write down the math problem to show how you would solve this. Thank you for holding yours up, Zayden. Thank you for holding yours up, Tim. You need to show the whole math problem, though, Tim, not just a number. Thank you for holding yours up, Alina. Thank you for holding yours up, Levi. Sit down, Levi. Thank you for holding yours up, Jamie. Friends at home, when you have it ready, you're ready to hold it up. You guys, I should see your screen on, hon. Levi, put your board down on your desk. Thank you for holding yours up, Kaden. Come on, Jake. Write down on your board how you would solve this problem because there's a bunch of different ways. I see your answer, Rosemary, but I need to see the whole number model, the whole problem, okay? Because there's a bunch of different ways that you could solve this one. I want to see which way you choose to solve this one. That's why I want to see what number model you choose. Because there's a bunch of different ways we can think about this problem. Whoops, go ahead, Jamie, grab it. I'll give you another maybe 30 seconds or so. I wonder if that's a good needle. It sounds really loud.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's figure this one out. There are 15 pencils in my pencil box. Of these pencils, 9 are colored pencils. The rest are regular pencils. How many are regular pencils? So, Jake, how could we start this one? How would you solve this one? What would you start with?
15.
Okay, 15. Then what would you do next? Would you add or would you subtract? Okay, so 15 plus what? Come on, Jake, there's only 2 numbers here. 15 pencils in my pencil box. Of these pencils, 9 are colored pencils. The rest are regular pencils. Okay, so 15 plus 9, and you figured out that that was how much? What's 15 plus 9? 24, okay. What's another number model that we could use to show this one? Jamie. 9 plus 15 equals 24, okay. What's another number model that we might be able to show for this one? Zayden.
15 minus 9 equals 5.
15 minus 9 equals 5, okay. What's another model that we might be able to show for this one? Tim? Nope, there's no 24 in there, so you can't have 24 plus 0. We have to use the numbers that are in the math problem. What's another number model that we can show for this one? I saw some other number models on those boards that you held up. What's another number model that we might be able to show for this one? Alina?
24 minus 9.
Nope, no 24 in this problem. We can't have 24 minus 9. What do you have on your board, Levi? Read it to me, Levi.
6 plus 9 equals 15.
6 plus 9 equals 15. All right, I'll write that one up on the board. Whoops. I wrote a plus sign instead of an equal sign. Let me get my little eraser here. Okay. All right. 6 plus 9 equals 15. Okay. What's another number model that I could use to show this one? Zayden.
9 plus 6 equals 15.
9 plus 6 equals 15. Okay. Any other number models that I could use to show this one? There's lots of number models that I could use for this one. Rosemary, do you have an idea?
You could do 15 minus 9 equals 6.
15 minus 9 equals 6. Is there any other number models that I could use to show this one? I'm going to show you one other number model that I could use for this one. I'm going to put it in here in green so you can see it's different. I'm going to kind of go off of what Rosemary said. She had 15 minus 9 equals 6. I'm going to put 15 minus 6 equals 9. Now, there are 7 different number models up here on the board. Let's talk about how we got to the answer for these. So, first of all, put those markers down and off to the side. We're not drawing on our board. Erase your board. That's the last warning. If you're going to continue to draw on your board, you will just have a piece of paper and a pencil. We don't have the dry erase boards out to draw right now. This is our math time. We're using it as a learning tool, not as a drawing tool. So put it off to the side. Thank you. Okay, there are 15 pencils in my pencil box. Of these pencils, 9 are colored pencils. The rest are regular pencils. How many are regular pencils? How many pencils do I have altogether in my pencil box, according to this problem? How many pencils do I have altogether in my pencil box? Jamie,
24.
where did you see 24 in this problem? There are 15 pencils in my pencil box. So I have 15 pencils altogether. How many of those pencils are colored pencils? Jake?
9.
9 of those pencils are colored pencils. How many of those pencils are not colored pencils? Do we know according to this problem?
No.
No. That's what we are looking for. So we're not adding 15 pencils and 9 pencils together. We're figuring out of those 15 pencils we already have, how many of those are just regular. We know that 9 of them are colored. We don't know what the regular pencils are. So now we can decide to either start at 9 and count up our mystery number till we get to 15. Or like Rosemary did, she started at 15 and she counted back the 9 that she knew were colored pencils to find the mystery number. Or you're going to start at your mystery number and count up 9 till you get to 15, which is kind of strange because you don't know what your mystery number is. So you're really having to kind of do that in reverse, starting at 15 and counting back 9 till you get to 6. Or you're starting at 15 and counting back until you get to 9. So 6 pencils are regular pencils. Not 24, 6 pencils are regular pencils. Okay? All right, let's try one more. Last brain bell ringer, warmer upper. Ding, 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 ding. Here we go. Nora had some stickers in her notebook, and then Kelly gave her 6 more. Now Nora has 13 stickers in her notebook. How many stickers did Nora have at the start? Solve this on your dry erase board. Nora had some stickers in her notebook, and then Kelly gave her 6 more. Now Nora has 13 stickers in her notebook. How many stickers did Nora have at the start? When you have it on your dry erase board, or if you're working on a piece of paper at home, hold it up so I can see it. Thank you, Lady. You can put yours down. Nora had some stickers in her notebook, and then Kelly gave her 6 more. Now Nora has 13 stickers in her notebook. How many stickers did Nora have at the start? Thank you, Levi. You may put yours down. Thank you, Jamie. You may put yours down. Thank you, Jamie. You may put yours down. I'll get my pen ready to go here. I need to see a whole math problem, not just one number. I need to see the whole number model, the whole math problem, either an adding problem or a subtracting problem. I need to see the whole math problem. Nora had some stickers in her notebook, and then Kelly gave her 6 more. Now Nora has 13 stickers in her notebook. How many stickers did Nora have at the start? Zayden, we're doing this problem, honey. You have numbers that aren't even part of our problem on your board. We're doing this problem right here. Right here. The one right in front of you. Nora had some stickers in her notebook. Then Kelly gave her 6 more. Now Nora has 13 stickers in her notebook. Just have a seat when you're done, because we're almost done. Actually, no, you will need to get your dry erase board and your marker when you come in. Derek, it should be up over your face all the time. Thank you. All right, let's see if we can figure out some of the problems, because there's more than one problem that can go along with this number model that can go along with this problem, just like we had for our last one. So what's one number model? Thank you, Rosemary. What's one number model that we could have for this, Jamie?
13 minus 6 equals 6.
Okay, 13 minus 6 equals 6. There's one number model, maybe. What's another number model, Zayden, we could have for this one?
7 plus 6 equals 13.
7 plus 6 equals 13. Maybe that's one number model that could go along with this. What's another number model that might go along with this, Alina?
6 plus 7 equals 13.
6 plus 7 equals 13. What other number models might go along with this? Levi?
7 plus 6.
Okay, we have that one right here.
Oh.
I thought maybe you had something different. Jake, what else?
8 plus 5.
8 plus 5. Where's your answer? Equals what?
13.
Okay. What other number models might go along with this? Zayden?
10 plus 3.
10 plus 3 equals 13. Any other number models that might go along with this? Okay. Well, first of all, let's look at these problems that we have up here. I'm going to get my different color out here. Ooh, purple. First of all, what are the two numbers that we already have in this problem? Nora had some stickers in her notebook, and then Kelly gave her 6 more. Now Nora has 13 stickers in her notebook. What are the two numbers that we already see in this problem? Jake, what are the two numbers we already see in this problem?
6 and 13.
Yeah, we have the number 6 and the number 13 in this word problem, in this number story. So we can't have numbers that don't have anything to do with our word story, our number story. So if we have numbers in our math problem that don't come out of our number story, then we got to get rid of them. So we can't have 8 and 5, and we can't have 10 and 3, because those numbers aren't even part of our word problem at all. So those aren't going to work. So now that takes us back to some of the ones that we have. Okay, Nora had some stickers in her notebook. Do we know how many stickers she had to start out? No. Kelly gave her 6 more. Now Nora has 13 stickers in her notebook. So how many stickers does Nora have at the end of our number story? Tim? 13. She has 13 at the end of our number story. So we have 13 altogether. Do we know how many she started out with? No. But we know that Kelly gave her 6 more. So we could have started at 6 and counted up our mystery number 7 until we got to 13. Or we could have started at 13 and counted back 6 till we got to our mystery number 7. Either one would have worked. Or we could have started at 13 and counted back our mystery number until we got to 6, which would have given us 7. Those are 3 ways that we could have solved that problem. Derek, everything up on your desk. Dry erase marker, eraser, everything ready to go, okay? But we could not have had 2 problems that have nothing to do with the numbers at all. We can't do that. We have to have the numbers that are part of the problem in our number model altogether. If we have numbers that aren't even in our word stories, our number stories, then they can't be part of our number model to go along with that word story. Okay. Logan, you're going to need your dry erase board and your marker and eraser. Derek, do you have a question? Do you need a dry erase marker? I'm going to just give you a piece of paper and a pencil then. You can put your dry erase board away for right now. Okay. Because for our math message, we still need to have our dry erase board out. So what you're going to do right now on your dry erase board, this is going to lead up to our lesson today, talking about even numbers and even add-ends, is you are going to write as many double stacks as you can on your dry erase board. See if you can remember as many double stacks as you can on your dry erase board. And Derek, let me get you a quick piece of paper here. On your dry erase board, write all the double stacks that you can think of. Go ahead, get started. Write all the double stacks that you can think of. There you go. Write all the double stacks that you can think of. I'm not going to tell you if they're adding problems or not. I'm just going to keep repeating the directions. Write all the double stacks that you can think of. I'll give you a couple minutes to write them all, because there are a few, so I'll give you a couple minutes to write them all. Angeline, did you have a question?
Do we have to write the answer?
I would like you to write the answers, yes, because that's going to go along with the second part of this math message. So yes, write all the double stacks and the answers. We're not playing with the marker. We're actually writing down the double facts that we can think of. If you're not sure, make your best guess. But this isn't a drawing on our board time. And let me think. I'll think in my head so I can tell you how many there are together. 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 altogether. Okay? There's 11 that we think about in second grade as being doubles facts. There's a lot more than 11 doubles facts, but there's 11 doubles facts that we have to remember in second grade. Okay, put your marker lid back on. Then put your marker in your eraser where you can put your board back in your cubby. I'm going to give you a piece of paper. You can just go ahead and write your stuff on a piece of paper. You don't need to have your eraser or your marker out. All right, give you another maybe 30 seconds or so, and then we'll go over the ones that we have. Get my pen ready here. I like that there's different colors for this pen too. I'll start with purple. Another 15 or more seconds here. And what we're doing is as we go over them, if you don't have these on your board as we go over them, make sure you're writing them down as we go over them so that you can get them in your brain. Pretty soon we're going to be taking that Unit 2 test, and these are one of the things we're going to have to remember is all our doubles facts. Okay, so let's figure out as many doubles facts as we can remember. Who has a doubles fact that they'd like to share? Jose, can you give me one doubles fact?
5 plus 3 equals 8. 3 plus...
Oh, doubles facts. Doubles facts are two of the same number that we add together, so we can't have 5 and 3. Those are not the same number, okay? Doubles fact. Jake, do you want to share a doubles fact?
10 plus 10 equals 20.
All right, I'll put that one all the way down here. 10 plus 10 equals 20. There's one doubles fact. What's another doubles fact, Jamie? 5 plus 5 equals 10. I'll stick that one over here. There's another doubles fact. Rosemary, do you have a doubles fact you want to share?
9 plus 9
Equals?
18.
Yep, 9 plus 9 equals 18. I'll put that one right here above my 10 plus 10. 9 plus 9 equals 18 is a doubles fact. But, Yanessa, do you have a doubles fact you want to share?
9 plus 5 equals 10.
All right, I got that one. Do you have another one that you can think of? All right, thank you, Yanessa. Mackenzie, do you have a doubles fact that you can think of?
10 plus 10.
I have 10 plus 10. I have 5 plus 5 equals 10. I have 10 plus 10 equals 20. I have 9 plus 9 equals 18. You're writing these down on your paper or your board if you don't have them on your paper or your board. Yanessa, you want to give it another try?
6 plus equals 12.
Yeah, 6 plus 6 equals 12. Let me erase my little line here. 6 plus 6 equals 12 is another doubles fact. If you don't have that one on your board, make sure you're writing it down. What's another one, Derek?
4 plus 4 equals 8.
4 plus 4 equals 8 is another doubles fact, so you should be writing all these down. Kaden, you don't have them on your board. You should be writing all of them down. Do you have a doubles fact, Tim? One plus 1 is a doubles fact. What is the answer to 1 plus 1? 2. 1 plus 1 equals 2 is a doubles fact. What's another doubles fact that we have that's missing, Logan?
11 plus 11
Nope,
equals 20.
we're not going any more past 10. Our doubles facts end at 10 plus 10 equals 20. So what's another doubles fact that we have, Alina?
7 plus 7.
7 plus 7 equals
14.
14. Kinsley, do you have a double fact?
2 plus 2.
Which equals?
4.
2 plus 2 equals 4. Fantastic. What's another double fact that I might be missing up here? Levi.
0 plus 0.
Yeah, my favorite one. 0 plus 0, which equals?
0.
0. That's my favorite one. Do you have another one, Derek?
3 plus 3.
3 plus 3 equals what, Derek? Equals 6. Katie, we're getting all these down, buddy, because we're going to have to know these really soon for our test. And I'm missing one double fact up here on the board. What am I missing, Angelina?
2 plus 2.
Oh, I have 2 plus 2. Look how I have it set up. There's a gap right here. What's needing to go into my gap right here, Jake?
8 plus 8.
Which equals what?
16.
8 plus 8 equals 16. All right, here are all of my doubles facts. Doubles facts are two of the same numbers that you add together to get your answer. 0 plus 0 equals 0. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 3 plus 3 equals 6. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 5 plus 5 equals 10. 6 plus 6 equals 12. 7 plus 7 equals 14. 8 plus 8 equals 16. 9 plus 9 equals 18. 10 plus 10 equals 20. Now, I want to look, first of all, at the sums or the answers to these problems. And I know that I've pointed this out before, but I think that it will help us remember what happens when we add two of the same numbers together. When we add two of something together that's exactly the same, look what happens. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. What pattern do you notice with the sums or the answers to all of these problems? What pattern do you know recognize to the sums, Jose?
2.
It goes by twos. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. If I kept going, 11 plus 11 would be 22. 12 plus 12 would be 24. 13 plus 13 would be 26. It keeps counting by twos. Are these sums, these answers, are they even numbers or are they odd numbers? What do you think, Alina?
Even.
They are all even numbers. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. But the numbers that we add together, are they all even numbers?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Well, then how come I can get even number answers if I'm not adding even number numbers together? You were right. Your answer was right. The numbers that I am adding together are not all even. 1 and 1. Those are not even numbers, are they?
No.
3 and 3. Those are not even numbers, are they?
No.
5 and 5. Those are not even numbers. How do I know if a number can be even? What's one way that I can find out if a number is even? Alina?
If it has a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Right, if it has a 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10 in the, or 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 in the ones place. Right, I'm glad you're remembering that part. Yes. But if I had a group of something, say I had a group of sticks, just like I do sometimes with my morning meeting stuff, say I have a bunch of sticks, and I want to figure out if the number of sticks I have is even or odd. How can I figure out if these are even, if this is an even or an odd number of sticks? What can I do, Levi, to figure that out?
You can decide. What?
Ah, then how about we
I
sit
hear
and
you.
listen? Because you were lying on the floor. So if you sit up and listen, I think you could probably figure this out. How am I going to figure out if it's an even number or an odd number of sticks, Jamie? What can I do with these sticks? I can count them by twos. Because even numbers, remember, are all in pairs. So I can put these two sticks together. I can put these two sticks together. I can put these two sticks together. But then I have one stick by itself. So even before I figure out whether or not how many sticks I have, I can tell right now that I have what? An even number or an odd number of sticks? What do you think? Is it even or odd, the number of sticks that I have? Zayden, marker on your marker, put it away. It is an odd number of sticks. Erase your board, Zayden, put it away. It is an odd number of sticks. How do I know? Logan, how do I know that it's an odd number of sticks?
Because if 6 of them be even, they all have to have pairs.
Right, because I have one odd man out. I have one stick by itself that is not in a pair. When I have one by itself that is not in a pair, it has to be odd. So even before I count how many sticks I have, I can tell right away that there's an odd number here. Now I can count them by twos. 2, 4, 6, and then I can count the one more that I have, which would be 7, to figure out I have 7 sticks. But if I grabbed like a huge handful of sticks, and this is something we're going to practice with that new activity I want to do, and I'm so glad we're going to do it because I think it's really going to help. If I grabbed like a huge handful of sticks, like if I grabbed this many sticks, and I wanted to find out before I even counted them, as they all fall on the floor, if it was even or odd, I could take all these sticks at first and put them together in groups of 2 first to decide if it's an even or an odd number. Then I could go back and count them and figure out how many there were. Okay, so our doubles facts all have even sums, even though the numbers we add together are not even, because we are adding 2 of the same number. So even though the number 3 is an odd number, because I'm adding 2 3s together, a 3 and a 3, that together makes an even number. Because I can group them into pairs. 2, 2, and 2. Even though 5 and 5 are both odd numbers, because I'm using 2 of them, it's going to make it even because I can group all of those things into pairs. 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So doubles facts, put your marker and eraser and board away, Levi. Doubles facts are all going to have even sums or even answers because you're adding 2 of the same number. All right, let me show you with an example with our cards. Now, what they would have us do is if we could, we would grab a bunch of cards and we'd sort them together with partners. We're not going to do that now. What you can do right now, though, is put your eraser, marker, or pencil off to the side, paper off to the side, because we won't need this. I want to show you how we can sort cards to whether or not they're even or odd. So remember, our decks of cards, when we're able to use them, some of them have dots on them. So let me just deal some of these real quick so I can show you as an example. So here we have a 6. There's some dots on it. Here we have the 3, 1. So remember, sometimes our cards have these things so that we can see not only, oh, that one just has a line. Not only do we see the number, but we can also count them in dots, okay? And that can help us decide if the number that we're using is even or if the number that we're using is odd, because we can count those and see if they are in pairs to help us solve the problems, okay? So let me go back and shuffle those up again, and I'll reset them. There we go. I'd like you to get out your math journal. That's your math book. In fact, go ahead, while you're getting out your math book, your marker, eraser, and dry erase board can go away because we won't need those at all for the rest of this class. So put those away and get out your math book. You can just recycle. Yeah, if you have a piece of paper, just recycle it in the blue recycling bin. And you are going to open, you will need a pencil. In your math book, you are going to open up to page 36. 36. Tim, you can take that piece of paper and recycle it in the blue bin, please. Logan, you need your math book, not your reading book. That's okay, no worries. 36. Take your piece of paper and recycle it in the blue bin, please. Thank you. 36. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Since we can't work with partners to sort the number cards, I can still pull out some number cards. And what I'll do is I will draw them on the board while we go along. Here we go. Now, we have to put them in order of even numbers and odd numbers. So I'm going to use dots. Some of them have dots, hopefully. If they don't have dots, we can also look at, remember, the number in the ones place to decide if it's an even number or an odd number. So I'm going to sort them first to even numbers or odd numbers, okay? Now, what I'll do is with my pen, let me see, will it let me write over here? No, it won't. Darn, that's okay. I'll write right here. With my pen, what I'll do is I'll put the odd numbers right here. And I'm not going to put them in any order just yet. I'm going to find them in order of how we get them on our cards, okay? So I'm going to write odd numbers right here, and I'm going to write even numbers right here, just so we can sort them first by even or odd. So right now, you don't have to write anything in your book. You're just going to help me sort my cards, okay? So here we go. My first card is going to be the number 17. Is 17 going to be an even number or an odd number? Is 17 going to be even or odd? What do you think, Angelina? Even? So remember, when we have even numbers, we should look in the ones place. Right here, I'm pointing to the number 7. And we should either see a 0, a 2, a 4, a 6, or an 8. Do I see a 0, a 2, a 4, a 6, or an 8 in this number? No. So it's not going to be even. It's going to be odd. Right. So I'm going to write the number 17 right here. You don't have to write anything yet. I'm just helping us keep track of the numbers that we have. All right. My next number card that I have is 6. Is 6 going to be an even number or an odd number? What do you think, Hayden? Yeah, it's going to be an even number, so I'll just write it over here on my even number side. All right, my next card is going to be a 0. Is 0 going to be an even or an odd number? Yanessa, what do you think? Even. Very good, Yanessa. Thank you. I'll put it over here on my even side. All right, my next number is going to be the number 7. Is 7 going to be an even or an odd number? Jamie, what do you think?
Odd.
Odd. Okay, very good. Odd. I'll put it over here on my odd side. Then I have the number 15. Is 15 going to be an even number or an odd number? What do you think, Alina?
Odd.
Odd. Very good. I'm going to write here over here on my odd side. 14. Is 14 going to be an even number or an odd number? What do you think, Levi?
Even.
Even. Very good. It's an even number. 16. Is 16 an even number or an odd number? Zena, what do you think?
Yeah. Even.
Even. I'll put it over here on the even side. 20. Woo, that's a big one. Is 20 going to be an even number or an odd number? What do you think, Jake? Even. Very good. Put it over here on my even side. 18. Is 18 going to be an even number or an odd number? What do you think, Derek? Even. Very good. I'll put it over here on my even side. 1. Is 1 going to be an even number or an odd number? Tim, what do you think? It's an odd number. I'll put it over here on my odd number side. 11. Is 11 going to be an even number or an odd number? Mackenzie, what do you think?
Even.
Ooh, check real quick. Do you see a 2, a 4, a 6, or an 8 in the ones, please? It's going to be odd because I do not see a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 in the ones place. I'm going to put it in the odds column. 13. Is 13 going to be an even or an odd number? What do you think, Logan?
Odd.
It is going to be an odd number. I'm going to put that over here. All right. 2. Is 2 going to be even or odd? Kinsley, why don't you give this one a try? Kinsley, do you think 2 is even or odd? Hey, Kinsley. 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 Oh. Kinsley, do you think the number 2 is even or odd? Do you see it in a group of 2, or is there one standing out by itself?
Even.
It's an even number. Very good. 2 is an even number. Putting it right in here. All right, 8. Rosemary, what do you think? Is 8 going to be an even number or an odd number?
Even.
Even. Fantastic. 8 is an even number. I'm going to stick that over here. I'm almost done with these cards. 19. Is 19, Jose, going to be an even number or an odd number?
Odd.
Odd number. I'll throw it over here on our odd side. 12. Mackenzie, you want to give 12 a try? Is it even or odd?
Even.
Even. Fantastic, Mackenzie. Put that over here. 3. Is 3, Kaden, going to be even or odd?
3 is odd.
3 is odd. Putting it over here. We're not writing anything in our book just yet, Jake. 10. Is 10 going to be even or odd, Jamie?
Odd.
Ooh. Do I see a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 in one place? I see a 0, right? So it's going to be even. 3 more cards. 4. I thought I had that one up there, but I don't. Is 4 going to be even or odd? What do you think, Angelina?
Even.
Even. And 9. Is 9 going to be even or odd, Alina?
Odd.
It's going to be odd. 1 more card. 5. Is 5 an even number or an odd number? Jose, what do you think?
That's a even.
Do you see a 0, a 2, a 4, a 6, or an 8?
Not odd.
It's an odd number. Okay, now we have all of our cards sorted for even and odd. So now what we need to do on our page is we are going to, let me see if I can make this scroll up a little bit. We need to put these numbers in order. Whoops, there goes my pen. I forgot when I have my mouse on the pen, it just starts to write randomly. So give me a second to erase these scribbly lines real quick, and I'll rewrite those 2 numbers. It was 11 and 13, I believe. There we go. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, we had 11 right here, and we had 13 right here. Okay, now we need to put these numbers in order from the smallest number to the largest number on each side. So here we have our odd numbers. Let me see if I can get this to go off for a second. And here we have our even numbers. Okay? So let's first put our odd numbers in order from smallest to largest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write them in a different color as we go along so we can cross them out. So out of these odd numbers that we have here on the board, which one is the smallest one? Tim, which one is the smallest of our odd numbers that we have here on the board? Number 1. So we'll put that one in our column first. You're writing this in your book also. And then I'll cross it out on the board because we already used it. So number 1 goes in the first column. What's my next smallest odd number? Jamie? 5. 5, do you think is the next smallest?
No.
Not quite. There's one that's even smaller, Jamie.
3.
3, right. 3 would come next. So that goes in my next odd number. I'll cross that one out. You're writing this in, Tim? My next smallest odd number, Jake, would be what?
5.
5. There we go. I'm going to cross that one out. Now, what would come after the number 5?
7.
7. Very good. Writing that in here. Crossing that out. What would come after the number 7, Jose?
9.
9. Very good. 9 would be next. I'll cross that out on our board so we know that we used it. What number is going to come next, Alina?
11.
11. Write that one down. Cross it out so I know that we used it. We have 17, 15, 13, and 19. Which one's going to come next, Derek? 13. Write that in my next column, my next row. Cross the number 13 out. 17, 15, 19. Which one's going to come next, Levi?
15.
15. Write that down. Cross it out. All right, 17, 19. Which one's going to come next? Jose.
17.
17. And then my last number will be 19. Okay, get those both in there, and I'm going to cross them out. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with my even numbers. Let me make it a different color here. I'll make it red so it stands out a little bit better. I need to put my even numbers in order, starting with the smallest even number, going down to the largest even number. So Zayden, what is my smallest even number?
2.
Oh, there's one even smaller than that, Zayden.
0.
0. Yeah, I gotta start with 0. Even though there's nothing there, it's still the smallest, because if you have absolutely nothing, that's the smallest you can have, right? Then, Zayden, after the 0 comes
2.
2. Fantastic, buddy. Okay, putting the 2 in there, I'll cross it out so we know we used it. What one's gonna come after 2, Jane?
4.
4. Very good. Write that in there, cross it out. What's gonna come after 4, Angelina? 6. Very good. Write it in there. Cross it out. What's going to come after the 6, Jose?
8.
8. Write it in there. Cross it out. What comes after the 8, Kaden?
10.
10. Writing it in there. I'll cross it out. What's going to come after the 10, Jake? 12. Write it in there, crossing it out. What's going to come after the 12, Levi?
14.
14. Writing it in there, crossing it out. What's going to come after the 14, Logan?
16.
16. Writing it in there, crossing it out. And then what comes after the 16, Alina?
18.
18. And cross it out, and then believe it or not, I should still have space for 20. I don't know why they didn't give us space for 20. 20 would be the last one. Maybe because we started with a 0. Had we started with a 1 or a 2, then it probably would have been different. But we started with a 0. Okay.
18.
Now we have all of our odd numbers sorted from smallest to largest, and our even numbers sorted from smallest to largest. Now, down at the bottom of this page, they want us to write the digit or the number that is in the ones place for all of our even numbers and all of our odd numbers. So when we have just one digit or one number, you don't have to look in the ones place because that is the ones place. It's when we come into the numbers that have 2 numbers together or 3 numbers together. That's when we have to focus on what is the ones place. So let's look at the numbers in the even side first. Those are our numbers that we have in red. So if we were to write the digit in the ones place in order, we would start with the number 0.
Yeah.
So that would go in your first blank. Then we would go with the number 2. That's going to go in your second blank. Now I got to scroll up a little bit here. There we go. We're going to go with the number 4. That's going to go in your third blank. The number 6. The number 8. And now I'm running into my 2-digit numbers, my 2 numbers that are side by side that make up a number. So now I have to make sure that I'm looking in the ones place. The number that's on the right, all the way on the very farthest right, is the number that I want to look for. So if I'm looking at the numbers in the ones place, after I've gotten to the number 8, what number is in the ones place for the number 10, Logan?
0.
A 0. Very good. What number is in the ones place for the number 12, Kaden? Look at the number 12, Kaden. What number is in the ones place for the number 12?
Oh.
A 2, right. What number is in the ones place for the number 14, Tim?
4.
4. Good. What number is in the ones place for the number 16, Jake?
6.
6. What number is in the ones place for the number 18, Derek? 8. And then I have an extra blank. I'm just going to put my own extra blank here. What number would be in the ones place for the number 20, Zayden?
2.
Oh, look at the ones place, Aiden.
0.
A 0. Right, we're looking at the ones place. I want you to see this pattern. Look. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. What do you think would come after that if we were still going? What? Just tell me. 2.
2.
And then another 4. And then another 6. And then another 8. And then another 0. And then it would start over again. A 2. And then a 4. And then a 6. And then an 8. And a 0. Because even numbers, no matter what, will always have a 0, a 2, a 4, a 6, or an 8 in the ones place. Always, 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 always. It won't matter at all what other numbers come after it. It will always be an even number if in the ones place you see a 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, we're going to do the same thing with our odd numbers down here. We're going to look at the pattern for the odd numbers. So let me change back here to my green color. All right, here we go. I got to scroll up a little bit. We're looking again at the digit that is in the ones place. So the first number that we have, obviously, the first ones digit, Jose, is what? 1. And then it's going to be followed by what, Derek? 3. And then it's going to be followed by what? Kaden, I hope you're writing these down, buddy. What comes after 3, Jamie?
5.
5. Very good. And then we have what, Angelina?
7.
7. And then after the 7 comes what number, Alina? Levi, I really hope you're writing these down.
9. I did.
9. Now we look at the digits that are in the ones place. Right here in all of our numbers. It's hard for me to underline them when some of them have hats on them. Okay. So I've gone 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Now I'm going to look at the 11. What digit is in the ones place in the 11, Jake?
1.
1. What digit is in the ones place in 13, Tim? What digit is in the ones place in the number 13, Tim? 3. What digit is in the ones place in the number 15, Kaden?
5.
5. What digit is in the ones place in another 17, Logan?
7.
7. Logan, you need to make sure you have the same numbers that I have in my blanks. What digit is in the ones place in the number 19, Levi?
9.
9. So look at the pattern in your odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9.
1.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9. What do you think would follow it? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And what would follow that? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And what would follow that? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And that pattern keeps repeating itself over and over and over and over, no matter what other numbers come before it. In the ones place, if you see a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, it's always going to be an odd number. It's always going to go in that order. Okay? All right. Did I completely blow your mind?
Yeah. No.
Some might not, and that's okay. All right, I'm going to show you what your homework is for tonight. So let me close this out real quick. You can put your math books away.
Oh, that's easy.
It will be easy. It will be easy. I can promise you that. Okay. So tonight's math homework is going to be home link 2-9 because we just did lesson 2-9. And it says at the very top, today we practiced even and odd numbers. We learned that if we count by 2s, we can find out that whether or not they're even and odd. We've been doing that since the very first day of school. Remember, we've been counting by 2s for our ones place so we can decide if it's even or odd. We wrote number models. We showed that our double facts, even if they have 2 numbers that are odd, because they're a double fact, they're still going to have an even answer. We practiced all different things. We aren't able to play the game even and odds though, so we couldn't do that, but that's okay. Now, so tonight for your homework, there's 2 parts to this direction. The first thing is you're going to draw a circle around the even numbers, and then you're going to draw a line under the odd numbers, okay? So here are all the numbers that they give you. And you'll just have to decide if it's even or odd. If it's an even number, you will circle it. If an odd number, you will draw a line under it. Then, after you do that part, down at the bottom, you can pick one of your even numbers, tell somebody at home how you knew it was even, tell somebody at home how you knew it was odd. Then we have a matching. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. These are all of the answers to the math problems. You have to figure out which one of these math problems matches which one of these answers and draw a line. So it would probably help to solve these math problems first before you draw lines so that you know what the answers are. Any questions? Yes, no, maybe so? Zayden, do you have a question? Any questions from friends at home? Yes, no, maybe so? Okay. So friends at home, in a little while, you will have this in your seesaw later this afternoon. I will see you for closing circle. We're going to go practice spring math. I'd like you to practice some extra math, please. Make sure you get on extra math and practice your fact fluency, please. And thank you. I'll see you in a little while. Bye-bye. All right, my friends, what we're going to do here is we just need to have our pencil out. We're going to do our spring math before we go to lunch. Now, I have 3 friends this week that are going to do extra math and math seeds instead of spring math. So Alina, Jose, and Zayden, you will get on extra math first. Do a lesson until he tells you that you are done. And then you will do your math seeds second. Okay? The rest of you just need a pencil out on your desk. I'll come around with our spring math paper brush. You're going to put your name at the top of the paper when I give it to you, and then your pencil in the air. I'd like to get this done before we go to lunch today. I think we have time to get it done before we go to lunch.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take very long.
It might be in the middle.
So we do have a mess on the floor. So instead of playing with your pencils, I would really appreciate that you make sure your stuff is organized and that you don't have stuff all over the floor. You've got markers on both sides of you. Clean it up, please. There, did you put your name paper? Make sure your desk is on the tape square. Make sure your desk is on your tape squares, please. Put your name at the top. Put your iPad away, your name at the top. Put your name at the top. Okay, well, we don't need to tie them right now. You can tie them when it's time to go to lunch. We don't need to tie them right now. Okay. I'll come around and listen to you practice how you solve these first. And then we'll do our 2 minutes time. You may get started in 3, 2, 1, and go. I'll start back here with Levi. Levi, tell me how you're going to do this one.
I'm 8 plus 8, so it's 16, so 8, 9, 10.
So what did you do?
Counted up. That's 8.
Where?
I missed up at 8 and counted up and okay, that's 16. That's 16.
Very good. I like how you made little lines to help keep yourself in track of how many you counted. And show. Right, what are you doing for this one? Okay, let me hear you start your day and count it. Thank you. Where are you starting for this one, Jake? Okay. And before you go on to that one, tell me how you did this one.
Tomorrow, 8 to 16.
So you started at 8 and you counted 4. Okay, let me hear you. Okay. You tell me how you did this one. Okay, let me hear you. Ah, good. I'm glad you caught that. Okay, what are you doing for this one?
This 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2.
Okay, where did you start for that? Good job. Right, Logan, what are you doing for that one? Good job. Which one are you working on there? Okay, where are you starting for that one? Okay. Very good. Okay, I'm going to come around with the green basket and collect the paper. Go ahead and stick the paper in the basket. Thank you very much. And stick the paper in the basket. Thank you very much. Go ahead and stick the paper in the basket.
I'm going to need to show up on my
Thank you very much. Paper in the basket. 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 Thank you very much. Now this time, I will come around. You'll put your name on the paper, pencil in the air. This will be our 2-minute time test. Not test, really. Just practice. Not really a test. Not like you get a grade on it or anything. Jose, it's a quiet activity. All right. Put your name in the paper, pencil in the air.